listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of my friends around the world. Listen, it is a lovely day here in Gwinnett County. 51 degrees going up to a high of 66, y'all. Yeah, listen, it's November, about to be December the 1st, and it's 66 degrees. You know what's funny? What's funny is my brother, you know, we were born here in Georgia, but we were raised in Jersey, right? And so I was down here probably 7 years before my brother actually moved here. And my brother and I are really close, but he traveled up and down the highway all the time. Like, he would just jump on a plane and come visit because he just couldn't see himself living here, right? But finally he made the choice to come here. He used to always ask me, you know, do you really like it down there? And I would always reply the same way. No, I love it down here, right? Because I actually love it down here. And so it took him 7 years to make, it might have been 6, because I was here, it was like 6.5 years. It took him a minute to get down here. He was coming, like, I'm coming. And we had never, ever spent that much time apart, ever. Like, the most we had spent apart, and we're grown folks, but still, we're very close. And the most we had ever spent apart was 2 years when I moved to North Carolina. And I'm the one that's always moving. He's pretty like, I'm going to stay right here. And I'm like, yeah, I can't stay right here. I got to make moves. But anyway, he will always ask me, do you like it down there? And I will always reply the same way. No, I love it down here. And so he finally made the move. He bought his house. He closed on his house this past April, bought his house. And now he says to me, oh my God, I know what you meant when you said you loved it down here. I was like, I told you. And so one of the things that he loved the most is the weather, because the weather, we get cold days, but we don't get like cold months. Like, we get cold days sporadically. Like, we may have, like, around February-ish, we may have like a 13-degree day, right? And that's like a day. It's not like 13 degrees for a whole week. Like in Jersey, we would have, like, you know, 1-digit weather days and 2-digit, like really low 2-digit weather days. We get those like once, like maybe twice or 3 times in February, right around, and that's like at the beginning of February. Then the temperature starts to rise. But here's the crazy part: it's November the 29th, and it's going to be 66 degrees today. That's 4 degrees from 70 degrees in November. So one of the things that he absolutely loves is the weather, because it's going to be beautiful here. I'm not saying that to brag, all you people that's freezing right now. I'm just saying the weather's lovely. Anyway, today is going to be dedicated, after I do the horoscopes, the whole show is going to be dedicated to Giving Tuesday. Today is Giving Tuesday. Giving Tuesday is always the first Tuesday after Thanksgiving. So, you know, you had Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, and today is Giving Tuesday. So I'm going to be talking about the whole show after the horoscopes is dedicated to nonprofits that's doing great things. Listen, I can do a whole year's worth of shows about nonprofits and never run out of a nonprofit to talk about, because there are so many wonderful people doing so many great things for their communities. And so I can't talk about all of them, but I can talk about a few of them on this show. And so today I'm dedicating my entire show after the horoscopes to nonprofits that are doing just amazing things in our community. And I'm going to be talking about my own philanthropic adventure that I'm on right now with my new company. So I'll talk about that at the very end of the show, but I'm going to talk about other nonprofits and some of the work that they're doing. You're going to find some of them, it's just, oh man, two of them especially really sticks out in my head, and I'm going to talk about those two at the very beginning of the show, because one of them has to do with body image. And when I say that, I'm not talking about self-confidence. I'm talking about something that could be deadly. And so we're going to talk about that. And then another one is really lighthearted. And it's so cute, y'all. When I first heard about this a few years ago, and I talked about it when I first heard about it like some years ago, I was like, oh, that's beautiful, which I think is very, very nice. And I think I'm actually going to partner. Like, I got so many nonprofits that I want to support. Like, I've been giving out money this morning for Giving Tuesday. And I still got 2 other nonprofits to give to shortly. These people are doing great things, and so I just wanted to share what they're doing with you today as a part of Giving Tuesday, and ask that you go and support them All of their websites is linked in the description of the show. So all you got to do is go to the description of the show and click on the nonprofits. I'm going to talk about each one of them. And all you got to do is go and look for the link inside the description of the show. Click the link and donate whatever you can, whether it be $5, $10, or if you feel real generous, hundreds and maybe even thousands of dollars. But I want you to click the links and support them. And not only just for today, if you can afford to get on a monthly subscription, a monthly donation with them, by all means do so, because they are doing work. And I'm going to tell y'all, two of these nonprofits I met, they were clients. They have now become friends. And I know the hard work that they put in. It's so much hard work, and the way it's pretty much set up is that everything they do is really based on somebody supporting their mission and their goal, right? And that's kind of like for business too, except for this one, the only thing people get out of that is the gratification of supporting people. So it's a lot harder than when you're selling a product, like, you know what I mean? Like if you're selling a product or service, then you can say, okay, well, I sell a product and service, and if you like it, buy it. With them, people are not getting anything back except for the fact that they want to actually just give because they want to be a part of something big, something good. And so that's a little bit hard for a lot of people, right? Now I just posted my links in my family group, like, hey y'all, these are some nonprofits that I support. I would like to ask you to support them too. Today is Giving Tuesday. How many people are going to actually click the link and support? I don't know. I have no clue. I will hope that they do, but I don't know. And I buy popcorn and cookie dough and all kinds of stuff all the time, and Girl Scout cookies all the time when people ask me to support. And I try to support, but you just don't know, because especially people who don't have a giving heart, right? There are some people who just don't have, they're just selfish, and I don't care what you say or what you do, there's one person in my group right now, my family group, they don't support anything. When I tell you nothing, they support nothing, and they probably sit back and wonder why their life sucks so bad. I'm just telling the truth. They don't support anybody or anything, and they complain about everything, and the only reason we can't kick them out is because they're in the family. But I said all that to say it's okay, because that's something they're going to have to deal with later. But I guarantee you, if they just stop for 1 second and looked at how miserable their life is, it will probably be directly connected to the fact that they don't support anything or anybody, and they have a miserable life. I know for a fact they do. So I'm not putting my family business out there in the street, but I'm just saying sometimes you got to stop being so selfish and just support something, support somebody. You know what I mean? I mean, some people just don't support anything or anybody, and then they wonder why, man, nothing is happening, because you are selfish. you are a selfish person. You know what I mean? So when you do support somebody, you want something back. It's crazy. I ain't gonna even get off of my soapbox on that. But anyway, this show is about Giving Tuesday. But I'm just saying, stop being selfish. If that's you, if you know I'm talking to you because you know you don't support anything or anybody, change that starting today. Change that, because things are gonna change for you. You know what I mean? My mom they would tease me, right? Because I'm a giving person. And I don't give because I want to give. I give because I give. We went to dinner the other night, and there was a guy sitting there, and I don't hardly ever carry cash, but I had $5 in my wallet, and I don't know, I think my uncle had gave it to me to go get something for him, and it was just like leftover money. And I went in to eat, and he was still sitting there, because at first I didn't know whether or not he was waiting for somebody to come out or something, but when we went in, he was sitting there. When we came out, he was still sitting there. So in my mind, I'm saying to myself, as I was walking to get in my car, I turned around and I said, well, I got $5 in my wallet, because that's all I had, because who carries cash? I don't carry cash. And I gave him the $5 because obviously, he wasn't waiting for somebody. He was still there 2 hours later in the same spot, wrapped up in his coat. And I was like, I'm going to give him this $5. And I didn't think anything about it. Went on about my business. But here's what I know. That could have bought that man a meal. He could have went in there and spent $5 and bought him a meal where we were, literally. And so it didn't hurt me, and I definitely didn't expect anything from him, because he didn't look like he could give, right? But for me, that's just the way of life for me. And so for some people, their way of life is just being selfish, or, doing things for the wrong reason, and wondering why nothing is working out for them. Because you got to ask yourself, when you do stuff for the wrong reason, when you're envious, jealous, you're not happy for when you're not genuinely happy. I'm not saying out your mouth, I'm happy, because in your heart, you're not happy, right? That's all giving happiness to people. If you have some kind of ought in your heart and you hold something against somebody and it's jealousy, envy, the worst, the absolute worst, because they're pretty much like those things you don't think about that could actually hinder you from getting the things you want in life. So even though you call yourself giving, right, you're not giving with a grateful heart. You're not giving without expectations back. You're giving because you want something back. You're giving because you want to be a part of something. That's not a reason to give. When I give, I just give, right? Sometimes I give because I feel like it's a responsibility. Like I gave this morning to an organization. It was only because they don't, in my mind, they don't support what I think. They support a lot, but I feel like when they support, it's just to be seen. And so I'm not really cool. I'm not really cool with that, but I'm a part of it. So I gave, but I don't feel like it's ever because they want to give, because it's always give so we could be seen. And I'm a part of that organization, and it's my duty to support. I didn't give because I wanted to be seen. I gave because it's going to really help somebody. I feel like they always give because it's all about being seen. So anyway, I'm giving, and today I'm giving because I know the people that I'm giving to actually do the work, and actually it's hard work. It's hard work, y'all. Anyway, I can stay on my soapbox about giving all day, but I won't, because I got to get on to the people that I want you to give to. So I got to stop talking about that. All right, cool. All right, so today is Tuesday, Giving Tuesday, November the 29th. It's also Electric Greeting Cards Day. When they came out with the electric greeting cards, I thought that was so cool. It still really is cool, but I don't know how often I receive an electric greeting card these days. I don't know if that's still a big business or not, because people don't open their email. I think that's crazy. But anyway, Electric Greeting Cards Day. It's also National Day of Giving. So it's Giving Tuesday, National Day of Giving. All right, let's go ahead and get on with these horoscopes, brought to you by Noted Astrologer Michael Thies. And for today, Tuesday, November 29th, we're going to kick this thing off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Your emotions may get the better of you. You can count on getting a pat on the back for your efforts. Your partner could make you angry if they steal your thunder or embarrass you in front of others. All right, so my Aries knows I would never do that. So I don't know about the rest of you out there, but do not embarrass your Aries today. Don't steal their thunder. Don't embarrass them in front of others. Yeah, mine, no, I would never do that. Like, I'm trying to big up them. Big up to my Aries. Shout out to my hello, medicine man over at Osmotica. Yeah, he be listening in on the sly, y'all. So Osmotica is a pharmaceutical manufacturing company over in Marietta, and my husband works there. He has a new title. He got a promotion. He's a big dog over there. Let me just say that. Anyway, he listens to the show, and he says to me, he thinks I'm crazy, and I might be just a little bit, but he listens to the show when he can. So I don't know if you listen today, honey, but yeah, I'm not gonna steal any thunder from you, and I'm not gonna embarrass you, because I don't like being embarrassed. So I would never do that to anybody. In the meantime, the rest of you, don't embarrass your Aries, okay? Okay. Taurus, you will have the ability to capture the interest of others. You will have original ideas for ways to make extra money. You may have problems with skin, bones, or teeth if you haven't been taking proper care of yourself. All right, listen, take care of yourself. You only get one, you Taurus. Can't bring you back once you go. So take care of the one you got here on Earth right now. Now, where you go after this, I don't know. But the one on Earth, if you want to stay here, try to take care of them. I know it sounds crazy when I'm talking, right? It's the truth. We are a spirit living inside, having a human experience. Yeah, that's what we are. We are energy. That's all we are. And we're having a human experience. And this body that we live in is not a permanent place for us to stay. So if you want to stay here as long as you can, you got to take care of the one body that you get, okay? Okay. All right, Gemini, put financial speculation with family members or friends on the back burner for now. Abstain from getting involved with married individuals. Risky ventures may turn in your favor. All right, listen here now. Two things I'm going to talk about in this one, Gemini. One, if they're married, say no. It's not good. It's bad. It's going to be bad luck. I'm just let them get unmarried first. Let them get unmarried first, Gemini. Then look at the situation. If they're still married, I don't care if they're sleeping in different bedrooms. He's sleeping in the basement. She's sleeping in the attic. They are still married. Say no. I don't care how fine she is. I don't care how fine he is. I don't care how sweet she is. I don't care how sweet he is. Say no. He could be living across town. If they're still married, say no. Listen, holler at me when you get out your situation. You don't want that. I'm telling you, that's bad karma. You're going to have to live with that crap. In the meantime, those risky ventures that you invested in, they may turn in your favor. They were risky. I don't know if you did your homework or not. They were risky, right? They may just be about to turn in your favor. I hope so, just in time for the holiday, baby. So you can shop till you drop. Don't do that. Do not do that, Gemini. Cancer. Social events will be rewarding. Your mate may want to pick a fight, but if you're persistent with your affections, their anger could dissipate. Okay, you got to do a lot of schmoozing today. Ooh, Cancer. All right, you mustn't make promises that you won't be able to keep. All right, here's my thing with that. Good luck with you, Cancer, because I can tell you right now, if my mate wanted to pick a fight and then I got to be persistent with my affections to make the anger dissipate, yeah, he just be an angry mother effer. Because that's too much work, especially if I know I didn't do anything wrong. I know this is a family show, y'all. That just slipped out. Yeah, that would be rough for me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. As sweet as I am, I could be just as mean. And so if you trying to pick a fight with me for no reason, and then you want me to be all sweet, yeah, picture that. That's not gonna happen. But for you, Cancer, it may work. For this one right here, I'm a fish. It won't work. Not for me. Anyway, it may work for other fish. Now there's some other fish in my circle. Yeah, that would work for. That would definitely work for. That wouldn't work for me. The only thing that would do is make me more angry. Like that would piss me off. Like I'm gonna tell you that right. We would be fighting. I already know. If that pick a fight with me and I'm trying to like avoid confrontation, you just keep picking, and I'm supposed to be showing some love. Nah, we about to fight now. So, cause you just picked it. I didn't pick the fight. So anyway, Cancer, that may work for you. I'm not telling you to fight. I'm just telling you my personality. That wouldn't work. However, I know some fish that would work on. All right. In the meantime, don't make promises that you can't keep. Yeah, because what does that do? That damages your reputation. That damages your integrity. People won't trust you. So if you can't do it, just say I can't do it. Don't say, well, okay, well let me try. I've done that before. And trying to please everybody and do everything for everybody. Now I'll be like, nah, I can't do that. I ain't doing that. And so when I started saying no, my brother started saying I was mean. That's because I would say yes to pretty much almost anything, right? To help people. And then I realized people won't do that for me. And there were things that sometimes I just really didn't want to do, but I just wanted to be the friend to help. Man, when I learned that it was okay for me to say no, I was like, man, nah. I'm not going to be able to do that. And I don't think twice about it. Here's why, because it's not hurting anyone. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. It's not my responsibility to do it. I'm not going to do it. So just say no. Leo, your sensitive nature will allow others to read you well. You will find the excitement gratifying. You will do extremely well if you get involved in competitive activities today. All right, Leo, I don't know what that's going to be today. You're going to go play some golf because it's going to be beautiful here in Gwinnett County, 66 degrees. Are you going to go bowling? Going to go shoot some hoops? What are you going to do? Go throw some passes? Go to the park and throw the frisbee? That's not competitive, though. I don't know what you're going to do today. Listen, play a game of spades. That's competitive. Yes, that's competitive. Speaking of games, I have to buy me some. I don't have any. I love games, and I'm really gonna. I've been trying to figure out what my thing is to make me relax. I love playing games. So in 2023, I'm definitely going to have a game night once a month because that's something that I absolutely love doing, and I'm going to have that. And I'm going to have it downtown at Mimi's Cafe. I already know, and I'm just going to have fun. Like, people who want to play games, come out and hang out with me because that's something I like. Once a month, that's my thing. Probably spades at that. So it's probably going to be me and spades. I love spades. I love games. I do. Virgo, keep an eye on your weight. Yeah, me too. Travel will be good if you are seeking knowledge. You may have difficulties while traveling or problems dealing with close friends or relatives. Oof. Okay, let me tell you something funny. Here's what you don't want to do. If you have to travel, Virgo, don't travel with the person that you know is boring. Don't travel with the person who you know is not going to like to do the things you like to do. That is going to be a horrible trip. I did a trip like that one time in my life, and I was like, I would never do that again. So I went to the Bahamas one time with a friend. And when I tell you, now what was crazy is we took this friend. So I went the first time with the friend. right? And my mother knew everything I was doing on the island. And I was like, how you know what I'm doing? Because I wasn't calling, telling her what was going on. And every time I would call her, she's like, so you did such and such. And I'm thinking, well, how you know? Well, my mother and her mother worked together. And she was calling back, telling her mother everything. And her mother was going back, telling my mother everything. Now, I wasn't doing anything bad. But I'm like, like you telling. So that was strike one. Then me and my other friends, my best friends, we went to Florida, and she came with us. Now, I'm dark skinned. My other two friends are brown skinned, and she's light skinned. Well, we were in Florida, in Daytona Beach. There is a beach in Florida. Now, nobody disliked the beach as much as I do, but here I was, my dark self, sitting out on the beach in the sand. And I don't like the sun. It's that sand. I don't like sand on my feet. I don't like the sand. I don't like the sun. But I was out there on the beach having a good time. Well, she wouldn't come out on the beach because she was light skinned. And she was afraid she was going to get dark skinned. And so she stayed up under the boardwalk, literally up under the boardwalk, because she didn't want to get in the sun, because she didn't want to get dark skinned. Do not, Virgo, travel with that person. Don't travel with the person that's going to make your trip miserable. Me and my other two friends, we got pictures on the beach and everything. Like, I still have those pictures in a photo album. We had no children, so we were young. We were like 21, 22 maybe. 21, 22. We were young, having a good time in Daytona Beach spring break. Well, honey, she would not come on the beach. She had on a long, I'm never going to forget it, y'all. She had on this long ankle dress. We were on the beach in Daytona. Let me say that again. She had this long ankle dress, and she would not come on the beach because she didn't want to get dark. Yep. Boy, we got folks like that. Some folks bleach their skin so they don't want to get dark. Anyway, Virgo, don't take that person on your trip. Leave them home. You're going to have a miserable time. They're going to tell all your business. They're going to be stuck up, and they're going to be, don't take them. That's all I got to say. All right, I'm going to go to a song. I'll be right back after this song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Dawson for today, November the 29th. And remember, it's Giving Tuesday, so stick around so I can talk about these organizations I want you to support. All right, be right back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney, bringing you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen. For today, Tuesday, November the 29th, we're going to pick it up with Libra. You are best to look into investments that will grow in value over an extended period of time. Don't bother complaining, do the work yourself. You may want to pull out of some of those unfinished projects you got tucked away. All right, look, don't bother complaining today. Just do it yourself. You want to get it done today, Libra? You got to do it yourself. Don't complain. Don't waste the energy. Don't get mad. Just do it yourself. Sometimes that's the best thing. Scorpio, you can convince anyone of anything. You need to focus on yourself and not others. Make plans to meet again in the near future. All right, what does that mean, Scorpio? Make plans to meet again in the near future. In the meantime, while you're making plans, focus on yourself. Here's the thing. You can't change anybody else. You can only change yourself. So don't waste time trying to focus on other folks and what they need to be doing and how they need to be doing it and why they need. Focus on you. Let them focus on them. If they don't get focused on themselves, nothing's going to change. Don't worry about that. Change yourself. Hey, let me tell you something. I was talking to somebody recently, and they were saying how they were married and they like to travel. And I was like, well, why don't you travel? But my spouse don't want to travel. Then that's your spouse's problem. It is. Because if you like to travel, you're going to stop the things that you like to do because somebody else don't like to do this. Now, I'm not saying totally neglect what your spouse's needs, but here's the thing. We have lives, and if your spouse does not want to do the things you want to do, I don't think you should stop living your life. I just don't. So, if I was a traveler and I wanted to travel around the world, because she likes to travel. She likes to travel the world, right? And you don't have a spouse. Now, here's the problem with that. That may break you up. And I guess if you're not good with that, because if you say, I'm going to Spain, and they're saying, well, I'm not going. Then you say, I'm going to, Africa, and they say, I'm not going. That's a lot of time spent away from your spouse. I don't know. So, see, I'm just kind of like, I feel like people should be able to live their life, right? And be happy, because you only get one of these things called life. So be happy. You can't be happy if you're living for somebody else. You can't even be happy if you're trying to live through somebody else. Here's the problem with that. If you're trying to live through somebody else and they're not doing the things that you would want to do, that's going to be a miserable life. So I don't know. Make plans to meet again in the future. In the meantime, focus on yourself. Fix yourself. You can't worry about everybody else. Let them fix themselves. Sagittarius, you can make career moves that will bring you a much higher income. Home improvement projects will enhance your residence and bring the family closer together. Your energy will be high. I feel like that today, Sag. I feel like my energy is high today. I slept well. Anytime I sleep really, really good, this is what you get. Yeah, I slept really good. In the meantime, career moves is going to bring a much higher income. That's cool. Did you learn something new? Here's the other thing too. If you're thinking about learning something new, if you're thinking about making more money in your career, you might want to learn something new. Learn how to do something different. Add something to your resume, your portfolio. We're going to be doing a open group session in January. It's a 2-day event. It's for Blacks, brought to you by Blacks United and Leading Technologies. The acronym is BUILT. And that's going to be an event that's going to be open to any African American or Black person who want to learn about tech and how to get into the industry. So day 1 is going to talk about how to get into tech. What careers are available, how do you break into those careers, what kind of training do you need. And then the second day, which is the following Saturday, is going to be about, if you're already in tech, how to rise up in tech, because there are so many ways to rise up in tech. And there's a young lady who's going to be on that panel, and she is doing amazing things in tech. She's 26 years old. She's been in tech since she was 16, and she's on that panel. Just a amazing group of young people. And so I said all that to say, sometimes you have to learn something new in order to move up the scale. You can't sit and wait. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not really a procrastinator. When I find myself procrastinating, that's because I'm a little bit confused about something, right? And I'm not saying, that's not often, but there are times when I'm like, okay, or I'm overwhelmed, right? But I don't stay in that place for weeks at a time. I don't stay in that. And what you won't see me do is spending a whole bunch of time lollygagging. That is one of my pet peeves for people who are trying to succeed in something. If you spend too much time watching television and on the telephone, you are wasting valuable time that could help you get to the things you claim. I not say claim because people say they want something, but do you really want it? And here's how you can tell yourself if you really want it. How much time do you put towards the thing you say you really want? You claim you really want it, right? I spend so much time at doing the thing I'm in pain when I get up out this chair, literally, like for real. I said to my husband yesterday, oh my God, my back is killing me. Know why? Because I claim I want this thing I say I want. So if I'm saying that, that means I need to be doing the work, which means I need to be sitting in front of my computer, actually building the thing, creating the thing I say I want. If you're not doing that, like really doing it, not putting in a half a day here and you got the rest of the day done, you got 2 days you set aside for the business and the rest. I'm just saying, maybe that's your workflow, but are you hitting your goals? Are you hitting your goals? That's all I'm saying. So anyway, let me keep it going because I can get on my soapbox about that, but I won't. I will not. Capricorn, your dramatic nature may be too much to handle. Attend seminars that will bring you in contact with the right people. You can have quite the romantic adventure if you take time to get to know your mate all over again. That's important. Like, I found myself, my husband and I have been together 22 years. October the 31st was 22 years. We've been married almost 20 years, but we've been together 22 years. And it's so funny because I feel like at this juncture in our relationship, we're starting to get to know each other like the new us all over again. And we laugh so much right now, which is hilarious. I don't think we've laughed this much since we started first dating. We laugh a lot, and it's funny because I go to bed sometimes laughing at him or he laughing at me. We laugh a lot, which is a good thing because there was a period where we weren't laughing, we were barely talking. Now we laugh a lot, y'all, and it's funny. Just I'm smiling as I sit here and think about it because he's a fool. He know he's a fool, and he says I'm fool too. We're gonna start a podcast together. We've been talking about it. I just have to put it in place. I think it's going to be on Wisdom though, because Wisdom is really easy to just pop up. So Wisdom is a audio app that you can go and listen to all kind of different shows. And I like Wisdom, but it's another platform and it's real simple. So I think we're going to do it on Wisdom, and this is going to be us talking about what we talk about, which we talk about sports and marriage and all kind of crazy stuff we do. And we're going to do it at night before he falls asleep because he normally falls asleep way before me. I'm like the person who does not fall asleep to about 12 or 1 o'clock, and then I'm up at 6:30. But he falls asleep way before me because he's up way before me. Like he's up at 3:30, I'm up at 6:30. So anyway, look out for that show. I'll tell y'all about it when we get ready to launch it. In the meantime, Capricorn, attend some seminars that's going to bring you in contact with the right people. Sometimes that's all you need. It's who, not how. Sometimes there's a book too. There's a book that I read. It's called Who, Not How. A lot of times we think that we need to know how to do something, when in reality we need to find the who that can help us do that thing. Like I'm looking for my who's right now for my pillow company. Like there's a who out there that's gonna help me get to the goals I set for myself. 2023, Pillow Envy will be a multi-million-dollar company. I know it because I'm looking for who, not how. Looking for who, because there's too many hows. Too many hows will make you crazy. You know how many hows there are? I sat here yesterday and I went through all these different hows, right? TikTok is a how, YouTube is a how, Instagram is a how, Facebook is a how, ads is a how, oh, my content marketing is a how. It's too many hows. The hows will make you crazy. Sometimes it's a who, Capricorn. So look for your who, not your how. I know that's some good information right there. Y'all better listen. You better listen. It's the who. It's not always the how. It is the who. Who. I'm looking for who, not how. I know the hows. There's too many of them. They make me sick. They overwhelm me. I'm looking for the who right now. Aquarius. Those who have been too demanding should be put in their place or out the pasture. Okay, now Aquarius. Now you put somebody out the pasture. Now you going to jail. Make sure that you've covered yourself legally and try not to let your temper get out of hand. Be honest in your communication and don't lose your cool if someone backs you into a corner. Do not lose your cool. You know what I mean? Don't put people out the pasture. I know that's easier said than done sometimes, but you don't want to get in trouble. You know what I mean? Just fall back. Like, you know what? That's your problem. I'm going to let you handle that. You come back to me when you figured it out. You're not about to back me into a corner so I can put you out the pasture and go get locked up. I'm just adding all that to your horoscope, Aquarius. It didn't say all of that. I'm just saying. All right, last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces. Your ability to do detailed work will dazzle those who are less creative. Is that right? Yeah, I can believe that. That's not me being arrogant. I'm just saying I know me, and I can be a little creative, sometimes overly creative, and just confuse folks. Anyway, the battle continues. All right, Fish, what we battling? What battle is that? I don't know, but it's going to continue. Let's hope hope you win. Let's hope you win the war. Let's win the war, Fish. Try not to hang out with coworkers. Listen, try not to hang out with coworkers if you wish to avoid problems later. What does that mean? What is your coworker trying to do today? That's something to think about. In the meantime, listen, we are talented. All of us on this earth has some kind of talent that can inspire people. The problem is a lot of us sleep on our talents, and we don't share them with the world. I know where my talents lie, and I know where my weaknesses lie. So when I can put I realize that I'm very good, and I have always been very good with the computer, right? And when I say good with the computer, I can find shortcuts to things and make it work out the way it's supposed to. But that's where we are in society as a whole. Like, there are so many shortcuts to things that we can put together to make them work out to something big. That's one of my gifts. And so I can't draw a straight line, y'all, but y'all better watch some of this artwork I'm about to produce for these pillows. I'm telling you, that's my creativity that's gonna dazzle folks, because I can literally, with artificial intelligence, I can think up something and create it with artificial intelligence. If you can see me now, I got all these gestures going on. But that allows me to be creative. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can think like I think, but not everybody can do what you do. And it's okay for you to be who you are, right? And I'm gonna show you that. Listen, my husband can cook. He dazzles us all the time, and we try not to bother him when he's cooking, because that is his gift. And when we interfere with his gift, it does not come out right. My daughter could cook. Now, she's an actress, but the girl could cook. Like, if I had to put her in anything, I was like, look, get on in the kitchen and make us some. She could cook, y'all. Now, she acts and she writes and all that stuff. I happen to think that she cooks better, and she makes people happier with her cooking. Now, she's funny too. She's funny. But him and her, they could cook. Now, if I were the two of them, I would join up and start a business. But neither one of them are into business. Neither one of them. Even though my daughter says she is, she's not. I hope she's not listening to the show today. She's not into business. And here's why I know she's not. I'd be like, so what you doing in your business today? I've asked her this for like the last 4 weeks, right? And this is me asking the question, because I know she just spent all Sunday on the telephone. Like, literally for like 4 hours. And I watched her. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe she's talking on the phone for 4 hours. Why do I know that? Because she was at my house. And every minute she was here, she was on the telephone. And I'm looking at her like, oh, she's making me cringe right now. But she has a business that she didn't spend any time on. I spent some time on my business Sunday. Not a lot of time, but I spent some time. So every time I say, hey, how's everything going with the business? It's me. It's always something. It's never what I should hear. Anyway, y'all. That's all I got for you today when it comes to the horoscopes. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Michael Thoughts. Now let's get on to this show you can use. So at the top of the show, you heard me say that today is Giving Tuesday. And Giving Tuesday is the first Tuesday after Thanksgiving. It is a Tuesday where we want to give. And you don't necessarily have to give to nonprofits, but give to somebody, right? Listen, especially if you that selfish person that never gives anything, start that change today. Buy somebody a cup of coffee. You're gonna feel better. I'm telling you, you're gonna feel better when you're giving, right? So, even if it's a smile, a card, something, just something, because that's gonna make somebody feel better. But anyway, today is Giving Tuesday, and I'm gonna talk about some nonprofits that's doing some amazing things. And just know that these nonprofits are all 501c3s, which means that you can write this off on your taxes. It is the end of the year. If you know that you have taxes that you have to do, and you need to do something with some of that extra money that's sitting around so you don't be taxed on it, you can write it off, because these are nonprofits, so you can write it off. These nonprofits are nonprofits that I know some of them. I know some of them know some of them, and some of them I recently discovered. And so I wanted to make today all about giving to these organizations. So the first one I want to talk about, and this one right here, I'm talking about this one first because this one in my mind is probably the one that most touched me. I know two of them I know personally, but this one right here was like, wow, I could not. Yeah, I could believe it. Anyway, so let me get going. So this one is called the Karima Gordon Foundation. It says, who are we? Karima Gordon Foundation is a 501c3 organization designed to empower and prepare girls and women educationally, socially, and intellectually to reach their highest potential while appreciating and embracing their natural beauty. The key word there, y'all, I said a lot of stuff, but the key word there is natural beauty. So let's hear it. So who is Karima Gordon? Well, Karima Gordon lost her life at the age of 37 due to complications from a black market cosmetic procedure. Karima was strikingly beautiful but felt the need to change her physical appearance. Her peculiar desire to improve her already perfect outward appearance took her life. KFG, Karima Gordon Foundation, hopes to save lives by educating the public on the dangers of cosmetic surgery. Now, this was something that happened to her because she felt like she wasn't beautiful enough. And Lord, if you see her picture, she is beautiful. But she lost her life because she was trying to make an improvement on herself on the black market. And I'm going to tell y'all this. I have a family member, and she had a cosmetic procedure recently in the summertime. And she had to leave her home state to go to another state, and I was scared, and I kept saying, you sure you want to do that? But in her mind, it was something she had to do. Now, she had a boyfriend, she had beautiful kids, beautiful grandkids, and she just felt like, and she had recently lost a lot of weight, and she just felt like it was something that she needed to do. And so, and I've been at that place where I felt like I just needed to do something. Now, I've never went on the black market because I'm just deathly afraid. But there are other people who leave this country and go to other countries and get procedures done to make themselves look better. There's a show that come on TV, it's called Botched. I've seen some of the most horrific botched surgeries I've ever seen in my life because somebody went to some doctor somewhere to get something done and it was a bootleg. Anyway, Karima Gordon Foundation, her foundation is in honor of her. She lost her life. But it's also to make young girls and women aware of the dangers that are involved with some of these procedures. So anyway, they do workshops and training and things like that to help them. So if you want to support this organization, because and a lot of time this has to do with low self-esteem and lack of self-love. For me, I've always had a high self-esteem, but I also had this other side to me where I was like, people are looking at me because I'm heavy, and I had people who loved me despite me being heavy, but it was me who couldn't see past that, and I so when people would meet me, they would say stuff like, oh, you have such a pretty face, they would say that to me, and I used to hate to hear people say that, because I would be, in my mind I was thinking, well, what about the rest of me, so even though they may have thought it was a compliment, I didn't take it like that. Oh, you have such a pretty face. I remember one time I was sitting on my porch. I was living in Newark. I was a teenager. I was about 15 years old, and at that time I wasn't like this. The size I was then, these young girls now, they just look like that in general, and that people just think they're fine. I was that size. I wasn't a skinny little 15-year-old. I was like thick. And so this guy walked past, because thick wasn't in back then, right? He walked past, and I was sitting on my porch, and he says, you have such a beautiful face. I was about 15 years old, and he just walked on down the street, because I lived in Newark, so everybody walked, and instead of me saying thank you, I was pissed. So what does that say about the rest of me? So I grew up having that bit of an insecurity, but on the flip side, because I had the insecurity, I had to outdo everybody, right? And so I had this other side to me that I was developing that was an overachiever, because I felt like I was lacking something because of my weight. So I became an overachiever on one side, super crazy smart, and I had this other lack on this other side that I had to overcompensate for. So that was my way of handling it. But other people's ways of handling it is to go get cosmetic surgeries and things like that. And then over the years, different countries say, come to my country, because I can do the same surgery that you're going to pay $10,000 for $2,000. And so people are jumping on planes, going everywhere to get these things done. And so Karima lost her life because of that. And she left behind a 16-year-old son. And they said she was just an amazing person. So anyway, if you want to support her organization to make sure that other women and young girls do not do this, go to KarimaGordonFoundation.org. KarimaGordonFoundation.org. So I wanted to start off with that one because I thought that was a pretty sad one because of what happened. But anyway, Karima Gordon, that's Karima GordonFoundation.org. And remember, today is Giving Tuesdays. You can write this off on your taxes. And also the link is in the show description. So go to the show description, click on Karima Gordon Foundation to find out more about the foundation and also how to support them. All right, so I'm going to go to a song because I need to break it up a little bit. And I'll come back after this song and I'm going to talk about the rest of my nonprofits that's in this segment. Stay tuned.
Tell him no, 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 no. Tell him no, 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 no. You've been trying to cater to all the needs. You've been feeling guilty for so long. Baby, they're not friends, they are enemies. Don't you tell them yes, tell them get lost. Cause every time you go and ask for help, they say sorry, but I'm busy. So you end up doing it yourself. Boundaries, girl, you hit too close to the edge now. Only thing they got is toxicity. Think you need a cleanse, clear the top out. You got their backs, but they ain't got yours. You've done enough, but they still want more. You've been a good friend down to the core. Oh, hold up, baby, don't take it. It ain't friendship if they just fake it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney bringing you some great nonprofits to support for Giving Tuesday. Remember, your donations are tax deductible. So if you find one of the organizations in this broadcast that you want to support, just go to the show notes. You'll see all of them listed there. You can donate to them, and your donation is write off. You can write it off. So it's tax deductible. Now the next one is called Special Needs. I read about this one. I think I found out about this nonprofit when I first started Good Morning Gwinnett, because I remember thinking, wow, that is really cute. So listen, so Special Needs, and that's needs spelled with the K, is SPECIALKNEADS, and treats, TREATS.org. So I found out about this one because I thought this was really cool. So it says, Special Needs and Treats operates based on Christian family-oriented ideals, driven from over 30 years of cake decorating and baking experiences. We believe that every child should have a birthday cake. We believe that every child should have a birthday cake on their special day. Special Needs and Treats Inc. is a 501c3 nonprofit with a core mission to ensure that any child in our community that has a birthday whose family cannot afford a birthday cake receives one for free. I forgot about them because I've been so busy, but this is an organization that I know for sure I'm going to donate to every month because I believe every child should have a birthday cake. It says we work primarily with local food cooperative ministries, foster care, and DFCS to get these cakes in the hands of those in need. One of our major programs is connecting individuals with disabilities to a rewarding profession while providing valuable work experience and training. A focus on special needs adults receiving self-confidence, a sense of value, and the opportunity to enjoy success. Socialization is our core. Sharing the love of Jesus Christ through caring, serving, equipping, and educating, we cater to the aforementioned groups. So that is beautiful. When I saw that every child deserves a birthday cake, I was like, oh, that's so beautiful. I think that is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful nonprofit. And if you want to support Special Needs, just go to Special Needs, and that's SPECIALKNEADS treats.org. The link is in the show notes. If you want to make sure a child gets a birthday cake, check out Special Needs. I thought when I first heard about that, I was like, that is beautiful. I thought that was really beautiful. So that's what they do. Okay, so my next organization is called By Faith Global Ministries, a mission to improve the quality of lives of youth. Now, this organization right here is founded by Pastor Barbara Green. And when I tell y'all, Pastor Barbara Green has a heart for the people, she has a heart for the people. And so she does so much good things here in Georgia, but also Mississippi, which is her home state. She lives in Georgia. She was born and raised in Mississippi. And so she does just a lot of good stuff just for the community. So she has programs for children. She has programs for young adults trying to go into business. She does water drives for people. Like every time Mississippi has a problem with their water, she does a water drive for them. She has done so many great things to help organizations and help communities. She does an event called Unity in the Community in Mississippi. She's from a small town called Panther Burn, Mississippi. And she does this event every year. It's like a 3 or 4 day event. It's called Unity in the Community, where she brings speakers and pastors and trainers to bring the outside world to Panther Burn and the surrounding towns, to just let them know, because it's a small town, and sometimes small towns don't grow as fast as other towns, and sometimes they don't have the resources at their fingertips like other towns. And so even though she lives here in Georgia, she has a heart for Mississippi, but she has a heart for people. So if you want to support her organization, you can go to byfaithglobalministries.org. byfaithglobalministries.org. byfaithglobalministriesinc.org. byfaithglobalministriesinc.org. She is from Panther Burn, Mississippi. One time she got she had a big truck. They had a water problem in Mississippi. This was last year, I think. And she rented a transfer truck and packed it full of water, and they drove the water to Mississippi so people could have drinking water. That's the type of person she is, and she helps anybody. So check her out. If you want to support her, go to byfaithglobalministriesinc.org. Again, her link is in the show notes below. So just click the link if you want to support her. She's here in Georgia, in Riverdale, Clayton County, and she also does a lot of work in Mississippi. All right, I thought I had to mention it because she just does a lot of good stuff. This other one, I thought this was really cool too. It's called Boys to Men, Girls to Win. I was like, that's so cute. Just the whole logo. Whoever created the logo is cute. So I'm a business owner, so I'm all about like the branding, the colors. Like the colors of this organization are blue and orange. Orange is one of my favorite colors. It's pretty much in everything. Orange, greens, and purple. They're pretty much in all of my branding for everything I do. But anyway, it's called Boys to Men, Girls to Win, Home and Sanctuary for Youth. So this is another great one that's helping our youth. They offer a lot of programs for the youth. I'm going to read you the purpose, the mission, and the purpose statement. So right now, The mission of Boys to Men, Girls to Win. I thought that was so cute. Our mission is to empower vulnerable youth to become the best and fullest expression of themselves through the tailored youth development programs and nurturing partnerships. 95% of B2M Boys to Men participants graduate from high school. 80% of those graduates go on to college and technical schools. The U.S. military start their own business and start their own businesses or secure managerial employment opportunities, positions. I think that's great. So the value statement, Boys to Men and Girls to Win believe that with proper supportive relationships, the incorporation of evidence-based programming and access to activities that expose them to new experiences, expanding their possibilities, young black youth will thrive. That is so true. What they do. While providing a safe haven and programs designed to teach life skills is the objective, youth will be mentored, very important, and loved where they are. Activities fundamental to life and daily living skills will be a mainstay while encouraging parents and caregivers to participate. There will be educational programs including GED preparation, culture and diversity awareness, health education, faith-based studies, mentoring internship programs, drug treatment prevention, family counseling, equine assisted psychotherapy. So that's therapy with horses, just in case you guys didn't know what that meant. A model shown to be a powerful resource in teaching relationship building and problem solving. I just love all of the great things they do. They do some amazing things there. This organization is ran by Miss Jean Hudley. She started the organization 20-something years ago. She's been running it ever since, and she has, she puts her heart and work into this. And, she's funny. She's 75 years old. She looks amazing. And I always said, Miss Jean, you are so pretty. She's really, really pretty, y'all. And Spunky, whoo, when I tell you, she's no joke. She's no joke. And she cracks me up whenever I talk to her. But anyway, some of the programs that they focus on is technical skills training, youth entrepreneur training, transitional services, Boys to Men parental coaching, which I think that's really cool, educational excursions, and mentorship. So if you want to support Boys to Men, Girls to Win, that's boys, the number 2, men, then girls, the number 2, win.org. Boys to Men, Girls to Win. Remember, the link is in the show description. This is a nonprofit. It's a 501c3. Your donation on Giving Tuesday will be a write-off for you. All right? Okay, this is another one here in Gwinnett County, Family of Promise. I remember when this organization, when they had bought the house and they was trying to get the house ready to support families. I think they turned a year old this year. Anyway, this organization right here is about helping families who are in need, right? So what they do, ending homelessness, one family at a time, which is important, y'all. So important. So Family of Promise of Gwinnett brings existing local resources together to help homeless children and their families regain their housing and their independence while maintaining their dignity. We mobilize congregations of faith, community volunteers, and social service agencies. Through intensive case management and counseling, we address the underlying causes of homelessness. Together, we are ending homelessness one family at a time. You would not think that there was a homeless issue here in Gwinnett County because Gwinnett is so beautiful, but there is a homeless problem here in Gwinnett County, and we only have, as far as I know, at the time the last time I talked, there was only one homeless shelter. I think we may have 2 now because I think it's one in Beaufort as well. But it was only one at the time, but I think it's actually 2 now here in Gwinnett County to help with homelessness. And a lot of times these shelters that we have only support women and children. So I think there's still a need for shelters and places that support men. A lot of times men get left out, and I know they do. They get left out. But anyway, some of the services that they provide, they provide Promise Haven, which is a safe place, a safe home for children and their families to receive fellowship and establish a family community, to have a home-cooked meal from loving, caring volunteers, to have warm, comfortable beds to sleep in, to wake up in the morning knowing they have a place to be welcomed and wanted. So that's Promise Haven. That is beautiful. And so this is what Family of Promise Gwinnett does. If you want to support them and help, end homelessness one family at a time, please go to FamilyPromiseGwinnett.org. You can support them there. Again, that's FamilyPromiseGwinnett.org. You can support them there. Remember, it's a beautiful house. Dang, I feel like I've seen that house before. Have I seen that house before? think I've seen that house before. Anyway, yeah, it opened. I talked to the executive director last year. She was on my show. She was on this show, and it was last year, and they were about to open. They're just about to celebrate 1 year coming up this year. So anyway, if you want to support them, you can support them. Go to their website, familypromisegwinnett.org. They need your help. It is a write-off. It is Giving Tuesday. Whatever amount you can give is a great amount, whatever that is. You know, sometimes people don't think that it's a great, it's a dollar. A dollar adds up. It's called the compound effect. A dollar adds up. So if you want to, give what you can. Give what you can. Doesn't matter what it is. All right? Okay, cool. All right. So here's another one. Another nonprofit that you can help is called, this one is called I Am Stella Love. Stella Love is a nonprofit. Stella Love is another nonprofit. I think that's a cute name too. Stella Love. Stella Love. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting a little bit choked up. At Stella Love, we are committed to long-term well-being of people we serve. They say your donations will help us empower our partners as they continue to serve their community. So Stella Love is like a foundation. They focus on children, youth, single parents, and the homeless. So you can donate to them, and then they donate to other nonprofits. Stella Love Youth in Residence, they have a program there that's coming soon. They, you can volunteer with them. They need your help. Love changes. Loves change. Become a donor. You can donate to them. Then Alpharetta and Cummings. Atlanta, Alpharetta, and Cummings. Those are our surrounding partners here. Support the youth and children in our local community. Together we can make a difference by donation to a child, to offer them a chance at a brighter future. Your generosity helps provide a range of resources, including clothing, food, school supplies. This will allow the child that you sponsor to thrive. So you can actually sponsor a child through Stella Love. And I think that's pretty cool. I wonder if you get a chance to know who that child is. I think that's pretty cool. So if you want to find out more about Stella Love, go to IamStellaLove.com and you can support Stella Love. Now this last one I'm going to talk about is called, and I thought this was pretty cool, it's called A Place of Enlightenment. They said, we educate the communities, we empower people, we change lives. They focus on the entire person. So Place of Enlightenment is a 501c3 multifaceted organization whose mission is to educate and provide assistance to the body, mind, and spirit of individuals and community. Lord knows we need that. Like, a lot of people don't know that. Like, everything that happens to us starts in our mind first, right? Then it travels down through our bodies and out our bodies into our communities. If we can get the mind strong, we can get the body strong. If we can get the body strong, we can build strong communities. But it starts with the mind. It has to start in your mind. Anything we do starts in the mind first, travels to the body, and then it flows outward. A place of enlightenment helps to help the whole body. And so they tackle it all. So that's why I thought this was pretty cool. Because my family and I, we try to have a mindfulness lifestyle, which means we journal a lot, we meditate, we burn sage, because we know that everything that we want starts in our mind first. Now, is that a chore a lot of times? Absolutely. Because your mind wants to fight against the things that you want. It will fight against it. It will get overwhelmed. It will let negativity flow in. It will let bad energy flow in. All kinds of stuff. So you have to learn how to train the mind so it can support the body and then provide inside of the community. So anyway, since 2015, A Place of Enlightenment, Inc. has been a multi-branch organization supporting a variety of causes. A Place of Enlightenment has since provided assistance to over 7,000 families through energy bill assistance, as well as hundreds of people through food networking programs. They said we also provide clothes to those in need through our clothes networking program. So that's pretty cool. So they serve the multifaceted approach to helping folks. Say we write passionately about topics covering religion, life advice, dealing with stress, and reaching your fullest potential. So they got a blog, so you can go there and read stuff about them. You can make a change in the life of someone today. Today is Giving Tuesday. You can absolutely do that. Uplifting words come from the CEO. His name is David Murray. You can check that out on their website as well. aplaceofenlightenment.org. If you want to support aplaceofenlightenment.org, go to aplaceofenlightenment.org. Check out their website. Do your own due diligence. But the two programs that I'm asking you to support, the ones that you want to support, is Giving Tuesday. Your donations are tax deductible. It is the end of the year, so you can get that money back when you do your taxes. All right. Woo, that was a lot, right? But listen, give generously if you can. But if you can't, give what you can. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go to my last song. Then I'm gonna come back and give you my words of inspiration for the day. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my words of inspiration, and here it goes. It says, always give without remembering, and always receive without forgetting. Ooh, let me say that one more time because somebody missed it. Always give without remembering, and always receive without forgetting. Brian Tracy said that, and he was absolutely right. Don't give because you want somebody for a reason, a selfish reason. But when you receive, don't forget. Let me say that again. When you receive, don't forget. But don't harp on the fact that you gave. Don't. I give all the time and forget all about it. Keep on moving. Because I didn't give it for that reason. I didn't give it for me to harp on and brag about. That's not why I gave it. I gave it because somebody needed it. right? I don't even know who the people are half the time I give to. Like 99% of the time when I give, I have no idea who they are. None at all. Because I didn't give to remember. I give because they needed it. And when people give to me, oh, trust me, I don't forget it. I do not forget that. So don't give to be without remembering. Always give without remembering, and always receive without forgetting. That's all I got for you today. Remember, today is Giving Tuesday. Show some love. If you can't give anything else, give some love. Give a smile. Give a hug if you can. Give something. Just give. All right? Thank you again for listening. You could anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 11 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. Be sure if you miss any episodes of the show, go to goodmoneygwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. And also be sure to share the show with your friends. Also, make sure to download the app from the App Store. So whether you have an Android phone or Apple phone, there's an app in your App Store for this show. And connect with me on social media under Good Morning Gwinnett. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. You guys stay safe out there. And until next time, my friends, until next time, give today and make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.